Well, hello again and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. How you doing out there? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully your Monday wasn't too bad for you. Mine was okay. Not a bad Monday. Hopefully your week got kicked off to an excellent start. We're onward through that Monday, no matter how it was. If it was fantastic for you, great. If it was not the optimal Monday, so be it. That happens a lot. We're through it. We're to Tuesday. Tomorrow we get over the hump and we'll be back to the weekend before you know it. And just very excited for that. But more importantly, I'm just excited to be here with you as I am every morning. I enjoy that you come along on this journey, whether you watch us live, whether you watch us on recording later on through social media, the YouTube channel, whatever it might be. Good morning, Tony, live from Walt Disney World. Saw some great pictures, some great videos that Tony was posting yesterday on social media. Wishing we were going to get out there to see you so we cannot take a picture with you, Tony, because that's what we do. We don't take pictures with you for whatever reason. But so happy that you and your family look like you were having a magnificent time, and that makes us happy. That makes us very, very happy. Doesn't matter what you got going on today. Getting out to the parks, got to go to work. I got to go to work. Those things happen. But whatever you got going on, hopefully it is a fantastic Tuesday for you. Hopefully it is a terrific Tuesday for you. Hoping all the best for you today and onward throughout the week. Yesterday, like I said, I worked. Then we actually recorded with some friends of ours last night. There's some good podcast friends. I'm not going to get too much into it, but we were up last night having a great conversation with some good podcast friends for their show, which will be coming out in a couple of weeks. As we get closer to that, I'm sure they'll share some details on it. We'll share some details on it. And you're going to want to check that out for sure, because they're wonderful friends of ours who we've been talking with in this community for many, many years. And I think you'll enjoy that episode. We had a really great discussion, and it's always good to catch up with them. So that's kind of how we spent our evening last night. And that was a good time. It was a good time. So what's going on this day? It is January 14th, 2025, a Tuesday. Hopefully things are good. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. I don't know if you're on Twitter. Did share this yesterday, but I wanted to share it with you today because I find it very, very funny. And I think you'll find it funny too, because this was sent to me from our family just a couple days ago. And if you didn't know what I used to look like way back when, several years ago in the 80s, well, here's a treat for you. That was me. I'm going to go ahead. Let me see if I can get a little larger here. There we go. That was me back in the 80s, late 80s, trying to do my best impression of looking like I want to be in part of Bon Jovi back in the 80s. And I find that picture extremely funny. Extremely funny. It is a part of my history that I embrace and I love, but it's so funny. There's so many aspects of that picture that just crack me up. The hair, the glasses, the necklace, the little mustache. If you look closely at it, there's an earring in there that's very, very funny. But I wanted to, because I know not everybody's on Twitter. Not everybody got to see it, but I wanted to share it with you because I do find it funny, and I think you'll find it funny as well. It's kind of something to get I'm always looking for things that might get your day off to a smile, give you a little laugh, whatever it might be. And I thought that this might be one. It is pure 80s me. There's no question. That is all 80s. That is all 80s big hair right there. And I just thought that you'd enjoy that. Let's move on to something much more important and interesting. How about this? If you're, it's always a day to celebrate something. Well, today is National Hot Pastrami Day. So it's a good day to go out there and get a hot pastrami sandwich. I love a good hot pastrami sandwich. Pastrami, very, very good. In moderation, not exactly the healthiest dish for you. But I do love a good pastrami sandwich. Look at that thing right there. Look at all that meat. That looks fantastic. Definitely would be all over something like that. Pastrami on rye, little good grainy mustard on there, maybe a little spicy mustard. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. It's my thing. Again, don't eat it regularly, but every once in a while, man, it's a good indulgence for sure. And today's a day, if you're going to indulge, hot pastrami day, today would be the day. What else? Well, Tony just gone out and he traveled out to the Walt Disney World Resort. Maybe you have travel plans ahead. Well, today is a day to get travel ready because today is National Shop for Travel Day, Travel Shopping Day. So travel preparing for your trip. Get out there, get some new suitcases, get whatever you need for your vacations that are coming up. We have a vacation coming up here in less than 2 weeks, which we're extremely excited about. That we already have done most of our shopping for. We probably have some last minute things we need to pick up. But yeah, today's the day if you're at least nationally, the holiday for it anyway. If you have some big plans ahead of you, well, today's the day to get out there and do some shopping. It could be Disney related, it could be whatever related, doesn't matter. Just to get out there and get ready for that trip, because some of the best things about a trip, of course, the trip is the amazing part of it, but the anticipation, the planning, the getting ready for the trip is pretty darn good as well. And today's another day to take a step towards doing that. And if you're not planning on necessarily going anywhere today, well, you can kind of pseudo travel by going out and flying a kite today. Today is National Kite Flying Day. So get out there and let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Yeah, it is go fly a kite. Well, not go fly a kite day, but it is kite day today. So maybe a good day to patch up, get out there with the family, get out there with the kids. If the weather suits you, if it's okay, if you're getting some decent winds, you kind of need that wind to get that kite going. Today's a great day to go ahead and take care of that. Have some fun, enjoy a kite. We were flying a kite. It was probably about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. We were out and we had some nice gusty winds out here, and went out with Scott when he was here and Michelle, and we just went out into our backyard and flew a kite for a little bit and had a good time. It was fun. Hadn't flown a kite in a while, and it was just a good time. It was fun. What else are we talking about on this day in television history? Well, I don't know if you watched this show. There have been some reboots of it, but the original show on this day in 1977, we heard the plane for the first time, because Fantasy Island debuted on ABC on this day in 1977. Fun show starring Ricardo Montalban, Hervé Villachet, and Mr. Rourke and Tattoo. If you've never watched this show, it basically, they lived on this lush tropical fantasy getaway island. They would invite people in, and it would be all these amazing guest stars from various shows, various movies, whatever that you love. They would come in, and there was always something interesting around their story. There was lessons to be learned. There was romance to be rekindled. There was all sorts of stuff that was going on. Sometimes they were scarier stories. Sometimes they were funnier stories, but there would always be like 2 or 3 stories that would go on throughout each episode there on Fantasy Island. The show ran until 1984. There have been some reboots of it that haven't been as successful. But it was an enjoyable show. I think it was kind of it was that period in television with like The Love Boat, I think kicked it off, was really successful in just kind of bringing out all these stars to make appearances every week and continuing and having some fun storylines. Maybe Love American Style was kind of the one that started that first. But yeah, they kind of had all these different, storylines that would go through. There'd be like one all-encompassing storyline and a bunch of little storylines that would go through it that would include some of the cast members there, and then would include all these guest stars and what's going on. So kind of fun. But yeah, debuted on this day in 1977. Hey, if it's your birthday today, again, it is January 14th. A very happy birthday to you. Here's a few of the people that you celebrate your birthday with. How about Disney legend? He is Zorro. He was also Lost in Space. Guy Williams would have been 101 today. He passed away back in 1989, but he was born in 1924. Guy Williams. Michelle loves Zorro. She'll take in a Zorro episode on Disney Plus whenever she gets the opportunity. And he was great. He was great as a handsome guy. Great as Zorro. He was born on this day, 1924. Somebody we lost just this last year, Carl Weathers. Of course, you know him probably from Rocky, Apollo Creed. You may know him as Grief Cargo from The Mandalorian, but so many great roles over his career. Also a director, just done fantastic things as a director. He would have been 77 today, born on this day in 1948. Talking about a great director, an Academy Award-winning director, Steven Soderbergh. He turned 62 today, born on this day in 1963. Of course, one of the movies that he did that we love the most probably are the Oceans movies, Oceans 11, 12, 13. We love those. Did Aaron Brockovich, won the Academy Award for directing Traffic, not literally directing Traffic, the movie Traffic. Uh, but yeah, he's a great director, great producer, still doing fantastic movies to this day. Don't call it a comeback. LL Cool J turns 57 today, born on this day in 1968. Of course, doing so many great songs as a singer, rapper, producer, also an actor. He's done some great things on the screen as well. Songs he's done, Mama Said Knock You Out, going back to Cali, just so many great things from LL Cool J. He turns 57 today, born on this day in 1968. Another great musical artist. Dave Grohl began as the drummer for Nirvana, moved on to become the front man to one of our favorite bands of all time, the Foo Fighters. Dave Grohl, he turns 56 today, born on this day in 1961. Love Dave Grohl, love the Foo Fighters, like Nirvana as well, but really love the Foo Fighters so much. And he's just a great ambassador for rock and roll for sure. And another Disney person, Jason Bateman. He turns 56 today as well, just like Dave Grohl, born on this day in 1969. You probably know him from Arrested Development. Maybe you know him from Ozark. More, if you're a Disney fan, you know him as Nick Wilde from Zootopia. And soon later this year, Zootopia 2. Hearing word that we might get the teaser trailer for Zootopia 2 sooner rather than later. I'm thinking they're saying maybe February, maybe for the Super Bowl. Wouldn't surprise me if that's when we see the trailer for Zootopia, the first trailer for Zootopia 2. But excited for that movie because we love the original Zootopia. Love Jason Bateman as Nick Wilde, one of my favorite Disney characters for sure. And turns 56 today. So a very happy birthday to them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very happy birthday to you. I know it's a Tuesday, but that doesn't mean you can't go celebrate in the best way possible. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic celebration for sure. So one more thing before we get out of here. Short show today for me, considering I originally was going to do this show as a 5 to 10 minute thing. And now I'm saying it's a short show when I get to 13 minutes. Well, what can you do? Anyway, we are going to have our video episode releasing probably later this evening, a video version of our most recent episode. We're going to try and get together and get it out on YouTube later this evening. Worst case scenario, it'll be out sometime tomorrow morning, but going to try and get it out this evening for you. So hopefully you've downloaded and listened to our episode as we give you our views on the Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. Since we were able to visit there the weekend before last, we explored it, got to check it out. We'll tell you all the things that we loved about it, which are many things, and a couple things that we think they could have done better. But if you're interested and want to find out a little bit more about this, then definitely listen to that episode. And then we added a bunch of pictures that we took while we were out there, some videos that we shot while we were out there as well. And that will be part of the video episode once it debuts a little bit later, probably today, definitely by tomorrow. So please, hopefully you'll check that out after you download and listen to the audio version of the episode too. The video version is just enhance. That's how we want them to enhance the audio portion of it. So you just get a little bit more out of it and can enjoy it in different ways. And again, that's coming up later. Shameless self-promotion done for for today. Anyway, all right, go head out of here. Everybody have a fantastic Tuesday. You got this. We'll get through today. Tomorrow we'll get over the hump and we're onward to the weekend. We're going to get through it all together. And please always remember, like I like to share every day on this Tuesday, be sure and share some kindness, share those smiles, and keep on sharing that positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, please have a magical day. See you tomorrow. Bye.